Hi, this is Karen Jones, and I am here to vlog about the Montgomery City Council meeting tonight, September the 2nd, 2014. Again, another incredible event at the Council Auditorium. Um, they're preparing for the 2015 budget. So, as a citizen of Montgomery, it is very imperative that you pay close attention to this video and to the items. This council meeting was it was quick. I think it was quick because, well, I know it was quick because whenever they have an audience, a lot of people there, they try to push things through. And then the important things like the budget hearing is going to be continued. I mean, important stuff. And you know, the new fiscal year starts October 1. So, did nothing on that today. But anyway, had old business about the zoning of different districts as far as commercial zoning districts and smart code recommended by the planning commission. We also had what was supposed to be a public hearing, and most people just finding out today about the garbage charges, and that was item number 4 and 5 about section 25-35 and 2571 of the Code of Ordinance and proposed ordinance amending fiscal year 2014 operating and debt service budget and adopting the fiscal year 2015 operating and debt service budget. Pay close attention. They were supposed to adopt the budget tonight. I mean, I'm just not getting a copy of the budget, and we will go through that. But at any rate, your mayor was like, he wants to increase the garbage pickup from 20 to 25. That's the proposed anticipated. Now the city council will have to vote on this. And it was 3 or 4 of us that got up to speak about it. And I said that the citizens should not have to pay for or to fund this budget off our backs. We should not have to fund the budget based on the shortfall of the mayor's fiscal mismanagement. I just don't. We just had our garbage fees raised from $18 about 3 years ago to $20, and now he wants to raise it to $25 because Mayor McRevenue is like, you know, this increase would bring in so many millions of dollars. We got 70,000 people with home ownership, I guess, who have garbage service in the residential area. But this is going to be carried over for 2 more weeks. And this is something that you need to pay close attention to, which councilman is going to vote for this. I think it's very ludicrous that we are even considering raising our garbage collection fees. We just did this like 3 years ago. So it really doesn't make any sense, and it will not make up for your great shortfall. It won't do that, Mayor. And then we got on to the new business. New business number 1 with the ordinance amending section 1719, the schedule of fines for various municipal offenses. And they just should have said the parking fines are going to go up. I mean, you know, it needs to be plain language for people. I don't understand why they try to get so fancy. The parking tickets are going to go up from $10 to $15. And then if you haven't paid it, it's going to go up another $10. I mean, in 30 days. And then in 60 days, it will go up. If you park in the handicap zone, it will go up from $100 to $300. So that's basically what the budget was talking about. I dropped my full budget. And then on number 8 and 9, something about the resolution of the revocation of a business license. And they resolved that. The lady came in compliance. Lalonde Farnell, whoever that is, in East Chase, Lotus Stores, came into compliance. Then we got down to the Lux. 10 and 11. The Lux Bar and Grill. They did so many suspending and amending, adopting, motion to do this, motion to suspend the motion to. They got confused on what they were doing, and then they confused us. They were trying to add both 10 and 11, and they were so slick trying to have a public hearing at the same time. And by the time we figured out what they were doing, they were on item number 14 on the agenda, which is very unfair to the citizens. But that's how they operate. So then we moved down, and then it went on for other people who were trying to get lounge retail liquor licenses. The CC Exclusive Club, that's going to be new. Sounds very interesting. The Red Lobster on Eastdale Circle, they had to get the restaurant retail liquor license because they're under new ownership. It used to be with the Olive Garden, and now they are with another company or whatnot. And then Renfro Foodland in East Chase, applications for retail beer and table wine off premises. All of that passed, you know it. They appointed Steve Kermish to the Industrial Development Board. Stacy Trantham, she announced the council regarding an animal ordinance, and I guess she wanted cats to be added to the verbiage. Mr. Hall got up, the principal of Carver High School, to address the council regarding the light at Oak Street and the interests of Carver High School on Fairview Avenue. Sponsored by Mr. Burkett, our councilman. And the thing that I didn't understand, that Mayor McRevenue and Mayor Mac, it really doesn't bother me until child is hit, that I'm trying to pick up my budget, that he would even tell us. He was like, the traffic light is funded through A-Trip. And that's the State Department of Transportation, which the Governor Bentley, started this about 2 years ago, A-Trip, to fund road, bridge, infrastructure, or whatever. But I'm looking at how much money we got last year, over $14 million for Montgomery. And we just want a left turn arrow into Carver. This mayor said it'll be, because it's a match fund, and the civil rights, the little thing they have in next year, March 25th. I mean, come on, y'all. Stop pimping the civil rights movement. We're just going to wait until the civil rights 50th anniversary celebration next year, when people are in town to repair our city, to protect and be proactive for children's safety. And I say it's a safety issue because when you're entering in Carver from Fairview, there is no left turn signal. Since St. Jude is closed, there is no school patrol. So nobody is out there monitoring the traffic, at least on one end, where you can at least slow down, and then the traffic that is ongoing to Carver could at least have time enough to make a left turn. But since we don't have a left turn signal, it's a very dangerous intersection. And for a mayor to say, we just had a student over near Lee in Capitol Heights. struck by SUV trying to cross the street. We don't want our children to be hurt. We want to be proactive and preventive in some measures. We don't want to wait until something detrimental happens before we take action. And usually that's what happens with our city council and our mayor before they respond to something. And it's always Johnny come late. You know, let it happen first and then we'll fix it once it happens. You can't do that when it's about kids, period. And for him to say it'll be March 25th, April 2015, or the end of the summer of 2015 before we can get a left turning signal. Are you serious? We're not waiting that long. We need a traffic light now, left turning signal. We will get a left turning signal this year. We will get a left turning signal in front of Carver. Because if it was Lee High School, if it was Park Crossing, and which over there in that Taylor Road area, when they wanted fuss about traffic lights being put up in a neighborhood instead of four-way stop signs and stuff, y'all found the millions to do it. We're talking about a left turn signal. We're not waiting on a trip and the state meeting 80% of the budget and the city meeting 20%, unless the city can't match it. Now tell the truth, can the city match 20% to get us the left turning signal? And then the state gives the rest, match it and gives the rest, 80%. How much does a left turning signal cost, really? We're going to get our left, Carver will receive the left turning signal before March 2015. It is just ridiculous that a sitting mayor would say, when the civil rights thing, March 25th, 2015, you know, ridiculous. And then I'm going through pretty little budget, full of crap. It is so, and we have 9 city councilmen. God knows somebody elected them. But I'm going through the budget, and I pray that you take a look. You can go down to the city clerk's office, or you can download it. But you need to look at where our money is being spent. Take, for instance, page 2. If you go down for charges for services, refuse collection fees was for the general fund and anticipated revenue for 2015, $17,830,000, $887. So you went from charging poor people to fund the budget when you had the little debtor's prison to now charging families to fund the budget by increasing the garbage fees. I mean, you have economic advisors. I know you do. What your staff. That's why you have your staff to help you. This right here, we just had an increase. And I hope that the city councilmen don't vote for, I pray that they do not vote for a $25 increase in garbage collection fees. I pray that they don't vote for a 1 cent increase in garbage collection fees. If the mayor cannot fund his budget and Mayor Mac revenue, you can't come up with any other resources with all the intelligent people you have on your chief of staff and your administration to come up with a plan to bring in revenue. All y'all need to go. That's just bottom line. I'm looking at page 4. And parking tickets again going up from $10 the meters to $15 a ticket, and after 30 days the fine will increase to $25. After 60 days it will increase to $50 for anything unpaid. The violation of the handicap parking going up from $100 to $300. Baby, he is thirsty. Mayor Todd Strange said new fine amounts bring Montgomery in line with Birmingham, Mobile, and Huntsville. He working that, and I'll get back on why he probably said that he's in line with Mobile, Birmingham, and Huntsville. He wasn't in line with them with those fines and forfeitures. And just let's take a look at that. Above on page 4, first thing you see, not the first thing, but the second item, fines and forfeitures. He is expecting $4,802,000. That is what he is anticipating for next year, which is a great, $9 million decrease from what he's expected to receive by September the 30th, $13,750,000 of fines and forfeitures. And again, let me just tell you why this is important. Because on May 1st, Judge Mark Fuller, yes, the one who's in domestic violence rehab, he blocked the city of Montgomery, and we appreciate that and hope he get a little help and we find another judge to handle this. But he blocked the city of Montgomery from collecting traffic fines from 3 indigent, when you say indigent, poor people. He said that the city, now pay close attention. He said that the city of Montgomery, failed to follow federal and state laws on collecting fines from those who cannot pay. That's what the federal judge said. Now, the city of Birmingham budget for 2013, I'm just, because this all happened from the respective 2014 budget, which was anticipated $15,892,000, in which the mayor told me that I was telling a lie when I told him it's already printed on paper what y'all anticipated. Whether or not you received, and I believe you received more. I believe that's why y'all are amending the 2014 budget. That's just my belief, because you know you're slick. The city of Birmingham budget 2013 reflects $2.8 million from court fines and traffic citations. City of Mobile, approximately $2 million. City of Huntsville, approximately $2.5 million. In contrast to the city of Montgomery's budget, which reflected a revenue of $15.9 million from municipal court fines and forfeitures. This was the last year, 2014, 2013, 2014, what they anticipated, what they received, or whatever. And that means the city of Montgomery is well over what cities in this state of Alabama who are greater in population are receiving. Therefore, it is apparent to me that Mayor McRevenue was funding his budget off the backs of poor people, and it is very evident. If you're expecting almost $16 million in fines and forfeitures, and larger cities such as Birmingham and Mobile only reflect 2.8 and $2 million, you do the math. You're trying to fund your budget off the backs of poor people instead of having those who you hire on your administration to do their job and create ways to provide revenue to the city's budget. We're not talking about selling no businesses downtown for nothing, little or nothing, and then the people fall through on the deals or something. You know, we're not talking about that. We're talking about doing what you have to do to provide your city with consistent, stable, residual revenue. I might need to stop calling you Mayor Mac Revenue. Mayor Mac Taxes. Mayor Mac Turn It Up. Page 7. on the council. All right, if you look under 732, and it says $6,600 in the general fund, and in line item 794, they're gonna transfer out $6,600. Let me tell you what that is. They're zeroing out the budget, so you make the numbers equal. So bottom line, if you read this budget, I don't believe half this stuff in here, because if you're looking at what if you're reading, and you notice the transfer amounts, you will notice that the transfers out and some of the professional and non-professional services equal. So if you have certain amounts that equal in one section from last year, and then if it has the brackets or whatever, that's positive, believe it or not. And sometimes, you subtract without the brackets. Anyway, it zeroes it out. Somebody know how to cook the books. That's good. You got somebody know how to do that. Customer service. It's page 10. They paying $178,546 in salaries. Travel and training, $1,000. That's what he anticipated. That's why nobody don't answer 311. You ain't training them. $1,000 to train them. I mean, this is his anticipated budget, and this is why you need to be down there at the next in 2 weeks. The next city council meeting to go by this line by line, because I guarantee you, my city councilmen and the other ones are not like reading this. Can we go to page 14, please, and look under municipal court? Municipal court salaries $1,738,260. Overtime $39,000. This is what the mayor is anticipating. But can somebody tell me when do they ever make overtime? Because at 5 o'clock it shuts down. So I don't know when they ever make overtime unless they coming at 6 in the morning fixing the docket. That's the only thing I can see. Because at 5 o'clock, all the parking lot on that front side on Rippey gone. Nobody there. And it could be back parked on the other side. That could be. I just don't believe it. Page 22, sanitation. Here we go. Salary $7,207,732. Overtime $681,438. Tell me, in the sanitation department, please tell me, what they doing for overtime? We ain't had but snow but one day, and it took you 2 days to tell them to put the sand out. The snow had melted and turned to ice. When they did. And then you had them driving in the ice, sliding all across the road. So what overtime did they make? And so I questioned, because he said if we don't increase the garbage fees, that they'll have to reduce staff in sanitation department, or reduce our days of collection, or he just don't know what. Well, Mayor McPinky, because I believe the brain is gone, I asked, when was the last time that sanitation had a raise? Where they get the mayor raise? When was the last time that the people in sanitation had a raise? He said it was 2007. That was 7 years ago. And I mean, police, he's anticipating $28,546, $46,836. And last year budget, 2014, the year end, I guess on the 30th, $27,617,410. Well, that's still in proximity from when you had. See, something ain't adding up right. Still in proximity to when you had the police from last year, and then you got the now hiring on the website. You said we need police officers, because when you were doing a little thing about Chief Murphy, you said so many police officers were leaving because of him. Well, according to these salaries, if that were true, the salaries would be lower because you had less people than it is. And I'm just looking at this. If you're anticipating 28,546,836 dollars, and the year-end budget is anticipated as 27,000, but the actual expenditures year ending 2013 was $28,130. Y'all, and I know it's an anticipatory budget, but some things you have to question. You really do. You really do, because they will try to slide one in on you. The fire department, $21,501. $1,783. Please turn to page 30. Oh Lord. Parks and Rec. Every year since I've been moving back home, I cannot for the life of me understand why Park and Rec salaries is like almost $9 million every year. $8,099,822. That's what he's anticipating. And $350,500 in overtime. We don't have no park rangers. Who you paying all this salary to for the Parks and Rec? What they doing? Almost $9 million. And you want to go up on our garbage collection fee. Okay, I'm moving right along to take a look at this 36. The payment to government agencies. And this should be so disturbing to you all. Montgomery Clean City committed $125,218. I need them to go down there to the tunnels that are by these schools. We need them to be painted. We need lights in those, and we need some security. I'm just saying, if you're going to have a Clean City committee, they need to be doing something. Montgomery area mental health. Montgomery area mental health. Very disturbing, and I'm rolling my eyes because you're giving them $400,000. That's what you anticipate on giving them. And you give the City County Humane Society, anticipate giving them $495,000. You care more about dogs and cats than you do people. And the people voted for you. You city councilman, you care more about dogs and cats. John Dow, I see your little bill. About the dogs. It's evident you got something going on with the Humane Society for $495,000. Substance abuse program, $10,000. Y'all love animals. Chemical addiction, $25,000. Alabama Shakespeare Festival, $450,000. That's what you anticipate giving them. Central Alabama Regional Planning and Development, $5,000. That's who you need to be trying to work with, to provide some revenue. Come up with some genius plans for revenue. But the planning department get paid a good little bit too. Now the Montgomery Area Council or agent, you only anticipate getting them $56,000 this year, and for 2013 to 2014, you gave them $61,000. So you cutting out the old folks, you cutting out the mentally ill, and you getting them to the dogs and the cats. Berkeley, they might get you some, boo. Miscellaneous. Y'all read through that. The auditing services, the reimbursement to the hospital, which has a negative by it. So somebody is receiving $108,000 in a little change. But each year, when it has a negative, that means that's what they're receiving. And another thing that the inter-fund transfers, please look at that. Please look at that. You don't have to be a genius. You get a calculator. You don't have to be a genius. Just look at it and just start forming questions. Like the capital lease equipment. Pay attention. This is page 38. General fund, he anticipating $2,750,000. The capital lease funding, negative. This is what he anticipating, negative $2,750,000. Didn't I just say that for the other one? That means to zero it out. You don't have to be a genius. Plus, minus, zero. The same amount, it equals zero. The elections expense, $300,000. And economic incentives, $395,000. That's what he's anticipating. Prior fiscal year revenue refunds, $100,000. But the actual expenditures for 2013, $341,137.54. He's expected September the 30th to hit $100,000. Other miscellaneous, he's anticipating $450,000. Economic development, CVBD, $1,300,000. And then in 2013, he received $1,362,006.22. He's expecting $1,300,000 again at the end of this month. Another thing, the McInnes recycling program, $50,000. Central YMCA, $160,000. They're not anticipating to give the Montgomery Ballet anything this year. I don't believe it. Family Sunshine Center, $40,000. It helps some folks. Economic development, the Chamber of Commerce, help me somebody, $530,000. That is what he is anticipating to give them. And you want my garbage to go up by $5. Honey, please. UAB, $25,000. That's medical. Boys and Girls Clubs, $15,000. Can we get some at Kershaw White? Child Protect. This is how much they think about you now. Child Protect, $5,000. Ooh, but we gave the dogs $450,000. Sickle Cell, $5,000. Montgomery Area Crime Stoppers. You know we had those 51 murders last year. We up to what? Probably 16 now. 15, 16. Only $15,000 is what you anticipating giving them. South Central Boys and Girls Club, you anticipating giving them $15,000. But at the end of this month, you expecting to have given them $25,000, and the actual expenditures for 2013 was $25,000. So something you cut. Oh, you cut them by $10,000. You split it up and gave Child Protection Sickle Cell 5 and 5. That's cute. Landmark Foundation, $25,000, and ooh, you told them up because you gave them in 2013 $75,000. Nah. Hold on to your seat. Municipal court fines due. Government agency. The actual expenditures in 2013 was $5,904,928.91. You're expected to at the end, the year end, the budget to be $5,871,250. We'll see. The Lighthouse Council, $23,000. HMFI, Helping Montgomery Families Initiatives, $100,000. That's what you are expected to give them. And those are the ones who the truancy, work with the school system, and the DA's office is a special office. But I really want you all to pay attention to the budget, and you can log on to montgomeryal.gov to pick up a copy of the budget. You need to pick up a copy of this. You really do. It is imperative that you start asking questions. because I'm very interested in number 6 on the agenda about amending fiscal year 2014 budget. I really am. And he has the mayor's message that was attached to, I don't know what happened to mine, attached to this little budget, anticipatory budget. Oh, here it is, the mayor's budget message. He was talking about progress. Somebody told him to use some good words. The budget does not include any employee-wide furlough days in the past, but does include a $1.9 million market adjustment to our compensation structure, which will begin to address the City-County Personnel Board recommendations to bring our employees' pay in line with our peer groups. The City-County Personnel Board. When I tell y'all, keep that focus, because Metro government, Mayor Strange is trying to get Metro government, I'm telling y'all, with the help of Elton Dean. City-County Personnel Board. Okay? The proposed budget also includes a $3 million increase in sanitation. That's a $25 increase. You're not getting it off of us. Nah. And if the city councilmen vote for that, they're going to vote themselves out. They said, we call on our superintendent and board to move forward with career technical education initiatives, consolidation at the old Montgomery Mall in concert with Alabama's 2-year system, and AIDT has the potential to create a world-class technical center dedicated to educating our youth. Nothing is more important to our future, and we should fund that effort. But I surely didn't see that. I didn't see that in the budget, and he does say that while we do not have the authority over our schools, our citizens have placed a responsibility with us to assist our board of education. I didn't. The state already funded them. I didn't, and I'm a citizen. I didn't give you a responsibility to assist the board of education with denying traditional schools the things they need, while focusing on magnet schools, the IB programs, and trying to get the LAMP program in the old Montgomery Mall to help you pay those utility bills. I did not leave you with that responsibility. What I do not care for, again, is you pimping the trail, the Civil Rights Trail, and pimping the 50th anniversary of the Civil Rights Movement. You're trying to clean up the areas now, because people will be coming from out of town. But once they leave, what's going to happen? You all can do this stuff now. If you cut out some of this, you're giving the dogs almost $500,000. And it's just, to me, we're sitting here allowing you all to make the worst decisions ever. But I tell you, everybody needs to get registered to vote. Municipal elections are next year. Get registered to vote, and then get out and vote next year. We need a change on that entire city council, because if they allow the mayor and his staff to create a document like this, and you want to increase our sanitation, I mean, the public services that we deserve to have in a city, metro city. God, this is the capital. Sooner or later, our collection fees, garbage collection fees, will be more than our water bill. $25. Really? And we just had an increase 3 years ago. You cannot continue to try to fund this budget off the backs of your citizens, because you all are not fiscally responsible, nor are you managing the budget well. You're putting too much money, in my opinion, in places in which they don't need to go. And then you're not being explanatory to the citizens. Where's the transparency? And the city councilman, motion adopt. Why? But get registered to vote, people. Get registered to vote. It's time now for a change in this great city of Montgomery, Alabama. We have some work to do. Otherwise, we know that the city has already been downgraded by Moody's. But if we continue on this path of fiscal mismanagement, this city will be bankrupt in the next 2 years. It's ridiculous. And I love my city. This is my city. We need to do something. In 2 weeks, they're going to try to slide this budget on through because the 2015 fiscal year starts on October 1. Everybody needs to be down at the city council meeting, next city council, because they will have a public hearing on this.